What's up, Nerdgenic Nation? Superhero nerd Aaron Waller here, and today I want to talk about the new Disney Plus I Am Groot shorts. Now, I don't call it a series because despite it being a collection of shorts featuring Groot, for some weird reason they didn't put it into a single Groot show playlist like you would expect to find for Kenobi or She-Hulk or basically any other series on any streaming platform. Instead, Disney chooses to market the 5 shorts almost as separate things, which in some ways can make sense, I guess, considering that no 2 episodes have anything to do with another, but then again, they could have marketed it as shorts as they have with other products on their platform and called it a day. I Am Groot is a series that focuses on Baby Groot and his misadventures that take place at some point from the end of the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie when Groot sacrificed himself and Rocket replanted him, thus growing a new Groot, and the end credits of Guardians of the Galaxy 2 when he's a teenage Groot. Now, the Guardians of the Galaxy films take place, in case you don't know, in the same year on the MCU timeline, which also happens to be 2014. The shorts, however, don't necessarily come numbered in terms of if there's a watch order, but sequentially in terms of events that happen, I recommend starting with Groot's first steps and then choose whatever you want from the remaining 4. It doesn't really matter after that. Now, in my opinion, this series isn't anything to get too overly excited about. If you're a kid or have kids, sure, it might be a fun little watch, but for any MCU fan, it's just kind of a confusing series that feels a bit like a cash grab, but Disney already has our money because we're on the platform. Now, as I mentioned, a lot of the episodes don't have an order, so there is no real story to tell here, other than, do you remember how cute Baby Yoda is? Remember how you were obsessed with Baby Groot just before that? Well, here's more of that, and we also hope that you don't have enough brain power to remember that he doesn't look like this anymore. And not that there's anything wrong with going back, but for me, Groot is more interesting when you bring in more of his growing process as he moves from stem in a pot to baby to teenager, and one day back to fully grown Groot. The series, however, is more focused on saying, you know what would be silly? If we kind of copied a SpongeBob SquarePants episode, maybe make Groot dance a little bit, and do a bunch of little things during times nobody really asked for more information about what he would be doing at any given moment. And maybe that's just a bit ranty, but I know that this series isn't necessarily made for me as it's for kids, so I'm taking most of it out of context, I suppose. But Groot is a very simple character, and I feel they almost oversimplified him for the sake of a bunch of overhyped shorts that ultimately lead nowhere. I wish I could say something overly positive about it. Though it did get a chuckle here and there, the funniest and best part of the 5-minute runtime of each episode is that they know that they can't waste time with the Marvel intro. So Groot fast forwards it, which is absolutely fantastic. But the short in itself is actually only about 3 minutes, with the last 2 minutes being black screen with credits, which totally negates the further padding that they've used for the content. Clearly this series wasn't for me, and I absolutely get that. But if this series does continue, I hope that they can advance Groot beyond just being this lost kid doing kid things and simply doesn't understand the larger world, or in this case, universe. But the grade that I would give this series, not knowing who it was for, would be a 2 out of 10. However, looking at it from a non-nerd, non-superhero obsessed geek, I would think that this series is pretty cute and still somewhat lacking, but still give it about a 5 out of 10. But anyway, now I want to hear from you in the Nerdgenic community. Have you seen the I Am Groot shorts on Disney Plus? What did you think? Was I too harsh? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And while you're down there, be sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos from me or the rest of the Nerdgenic team. And also be sure to give us a follow across all social media platforms at Nerdgenic. That way you don't miss out on any special news, announcements, or articles at nerdgenic.com. But in the meantime, if you want even more video content from us, check out my History Of playlist that gets a new character added every single Saturday right over here. Or for some more Marvel content, check out this playlist right over here. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We hope to see you in the next video.